Oh, looks like spring is in the air.
Hey everyone, I want to let you all know that this is going to be my last video ever. After today, I'm officially deleting my channel and I'm going to rededicate my life to Christ. Kidding, just kidding. April Fools, please don't click off the video. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know I have a tradition of uploading posts on April 1st. And while I was tempted to upload DW getting beat up for 1 hour straight, this year I thought it'd be more fun to talk about an episode of a cartoon based around April Fool's Day. My initial thought was to talk about the infamous SpongeBob episode Fools in April, as it's one of the most despised episodes of pre-movie SpongeBob. But after rewatching the episode, I found that it's not nearly as bad as I remembered. Aside from the infamous prank scene, Squidward really isn't as terrible as everyone makes him out to be. After humiliating SpongeBob in front of the whole town, Squidward recognizes he took things way too far and spends the rest of the episode trying to apologize. The fact that he rectified his mistake at all makes him much better than 99% of the cartoon brats I've talked about before. No, if I'm going to tear into an April Fool's prankster, it needs to be someone with absolutely no remorse. Someone who'd gladly torture their whole family just for a cruel, cheap laugh. And then I remembered this tin-teeth twerp exists.
Hey!
A lot of you have been begging me to make a video on the Loud House, specifically about Luan Loud, who most fans consider the most annoying Loud sibling. As luck would have it, my lovely patron Fraley recently commissioned me to talk about April Fool's rules. Let's see how Luan used the holidays as an excuse to torture her family and nearly kill Lincoln. Also, thanks again to said patron for commissioning this video. If there's a cartoon you want me to talk about, you can sign up at patreon.com/metnef to become one of my top tier patrons, where you'll get early access to all of my uncensored videos, as well as exclusive content not available on my main channel. If money's tight, you can still help out my channel by leaving a like and comment telling me which cartoon brat I should tear into next. Anyway, please remember to subscribe. When we hit 60,000 subscribers, I'll finally review the adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. And if you want me to cover that sooner rather than later, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can know the moment I post it. Let's not waste any more time and delve right in. This video is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe and help get this video to 4,000 likes. It's the night before April Fool's Day, and everyone in the Loud House is gearing up for the apocalypse. Lincoln is so paranoid that he doesn't even notice his calendar is missing 2 days. Lincoln explains how every year, his older sister Luan goes on an endless pranking spree, like the time she nailed all the furniture to the ceiling, or the time she covered the whole house with wrapping paper, and then tried to suffocate her siblings in a giant jello mold. And I'm assuming these flashbacks are all from the same year. Otherwise, that would mean the Loud kids have had the same hiding clothes for the past 5 years. I don't think Lily even existed 5 years ago.
Look at the Loud family getting jiggly with it.
Luan, if you're gonna be an asshole, at least be a funny asshole. And while you might think most of these pranks are fairly harmless, that all goes out the window once it's revealed her pranks include abusing defenseless animals.
I shaved the best for last.
What kind of psychopathic Who does that? Do you know how hard it is to shave a bird? The fact that she wasn't immediately locked up for this stunt is beyond me. Lincoln has had enough of his sister's shenanigans and decides to act before she can shenan again. His plan is to lock himself in his room with a bunch of snacks. That way he doesn't have to leave his bed the whole day. I mean, is that really a plan though? For me, that's just Tuesday. Lincoln is so committed to the bit that he even built a custom piss tube.
Which I call the Tinkle Tube. Patent pending.
I'm pretty sure Shark Tank beat you to the punch on that one, Lincoln. Plus, Tinkle Tube just sounds like a sub-page on RedTube. Not that I would know. Luan shows up to intimidate her siblings with her swinging salami, and makes her little sister shit her shorts on command.
I'm gonna need more bubble wrap and a fresh pair of undies.
Lincoln locks himself in his room and then invites his best friend Clyde over to hang out. How is he supposed to get in when you've nailed the door shut, dumbass? Clyde says there's no way in hell he's coming over, especially not after the prank Luan pulled on him last year. And I know he isn't technically tarred and feathered in this scene, but still. Oof. Just then, Lincoln gets a text from Ronnie Ann, his bully/dom, who tells him she's coming over tomorrow to give him a present. Clyde says he should just tell her to come over another day, but Lincoln says Ronnie Ann will beat the shit out of him, and he also can't let her get pranked by Luan, otherwise she'll beat the shit out of him. Why exactly does he have a crush on her? Lincoln tries to ask Luan to call off her one-sided prank war, and it seems like, wait, why does her chair have an ass? Luan agrees to postpone her April Fool's Day plans.
April Fool's practice!
Oh, damn it. By the way, I'm surprised that cat hasn't clawed off your face after what you did to him. Luan claims that anyone who comes near the house is fair game. I'm guessing that's why the mailman and the pizza boy skipped their house. Lincoln re-nails his door shut before he gets another idea to stop Luan.
Why did I choose mahogany?
Lincoln gathers the rest of his sisters in the basement so they can plot their coup. And Lola insists on turning on the washing machine in case Luan is listening in.
I saw this in a saw a movie once.
What kind of movies is this 6-year-old watching? That night, the Loud crowd gathers in Luan's room to beat the shit out of her. I'm shocked it took them this long to start throwing hands. They lock her in a cage and refuse to let her out until April 2nd. Though why not just leave her locked up forever? I think we'd all be happier with that plan. The next morning, the kids are horrified to see Luan has escaped from her cage. Gee, it's almost like they should have had someone watching her to make sure she didn't break out.
She's a black magic woman, dude!
You mean like Mama Odie? The kids fear for their lives, and rightfully so, as it looks like Luan really is tarring and feathering people now. Everyone tries to hide, as even the Loud parents are terrified of their psychopathic daughter.
Luan's on the loose!
But we thought you locked her up.
Damn, you know it's bad when even the parents are on board with caging their chaotic child. The girls hide in Lincoln's room when he gets a text that Ronnie Ann is on her way.
Could this day get any worse?
Okay, Lincoln, that one's on you for saying stupid shit. Lincoln decides to set off all the booby traps in the house before Ronnie Ann shows up, even though he could just meet her outside on the curb and avoid this bullcrap altogether. But who has time to think for more than 2 seconds when the entire kitchen floor is covered in cooking oil? Lincoln destroys the oven with his head before getting mauled by a pack of raccoons. And I'm not sure which will kill him first, the concussion or the rabies.
I made that dish from scratch.
Bitch trying to act like she's Kevin McAllister. Girl, this ain't Home Alone 7. Meanwhile, the Loud parents beg Lisa to let them in her bunker before Luan can pelt them with a barrage of dirty diapers.
She wouldn't.
You know you can ground her, right? Or ship her off to military school or an insane asylum? For God's sake, at least pretend like you have some authority over your children. Lisa finally helps her parents after they agree to never punish her ever again.
Happy April Stools!
How long has she been saving those old diapers? Her room must smell like shit. Lincoln continues to de-prank the house when he discovers his sister hid a bomb in a bag of flour. Let me repeat, Luan used a high-power explosive for a f***ing prank. Things get even worse when it's revealed Luan rigged the living room to play a video of Lincoln's kissing practice.
Girls like a guy with passion.
Yeah, this is definitely worse than the bomb. He tries to stop the video, but only manages to get glued to the ceiling. Luan continues to taunt her brother as he does a speed run through all the bedrooms. Again, does he really need to go through every room? It's not like he's planning to give Ronnie Ann a tour of the whole house. Lincoln looks like the shit that just got kicked out of him. Turns out the only room left to clear is Lori's, and Clyde volunteers to check it like the faithful simp he is.
It was worth it.
Was it though? Ronnie Ann pulls up to the house as Luan gloats that Lincoln got the worst pranking ever. Lincoln tells her to shut the f*** up, since he only set off the pranks to protect his friend. Surprise, surprise, it turns out Luan was the one who invited Ronnie Ann over to lure Lincoln out of his room for April Fool's Day, and now she's there to deliver the final prank. Lincoln is about to get cream pied by his crush, but is shocked when she cream pies his sister instead. Shut up, you perverts. You've been watching too much Tinkletube. Ronnie Ann turns the tables on Luan to thank Lincoln for trying to protect her.
Let's draw some eyebrows on you and go get a milkshake.
Okay, maybe she isn't all that bad. April Fool's Day is finally over, and the rest of the Loud family comes out of hiding. It would seem all's well that ends well when they realize Lenny has fallen for the dumbest prank of them all.
Thank you, sign. Thank you, sign. Thank you, sign.
The family gets in the van to track down Lenny, only to fall victim to Luan's final prank.
The end of April Fools always makes me feel a little blue.
Fuck you. Let's review. Luan Loud took April Fool's Day to the absolute extreme, since trying to be funny is her one and only character trait. She spent several years making her family's life an absolute hell, and even got a sick thrill out of torturing her friends and pets. When Lincoln politely asked her to call off her pranks, she told him to get bent, and then proceeded to fill the whole house with deadly booby traps. She laughed at her brother's pain and misery as he suffered multiple life-threatening injuries over the course of the holiday. Luan stooped so low that she used one of Lincoln's best friends to trick him into going through her holiday house of horrors. And even when the joke was finally turned on her, she was never punished for any of the physical or psychological harm she caused her family, ensuring she'll grow up to be a psychopath who can't tell a decent joke to save her life. Happy April Fool's Day. And F you, Luan Loud. Wait! Is there a cartoon you want me to talk about? Patrons who join my $10 tier can pick which shows I cover on It's Just a Cartoon. There's a limited number of slots available, so sign up now.